Today let's read from Lucent Geography. First we will read about the highlights. Here you will be knowing about many great persons actually. Yesterday I was reading it and now today I will read out for everyone. Hesatius is known as the father of geography. His famous book is Ges Periodus, meaning thereby the description of the earth. The word geography was first used by a Greek scholar, Eratosthenes, from 270. This is not required. The word geography has been derived from two Greek words, geo and graphos, which jointly means the description of earth. The primary label arrangement of this subject was done by the Greeks. Eratosthenes was the first who tried to calculate the length of the equator and to calculate the circumference of the earth. Hence, he is considered as the father of geodesy and also called father of geography. He wrote a geographical treatise, Geographica. Hipparchus was the first person who divided the circle into 360 degrees on the basis of the Assyrian mathematics. He invented astrolabe to determine the longitudes and latitudes. Aristotle was the first thinker who wrote about the shape of the earth as being spherical on the basis of sound reasoning. Ptolemy was the most famous Roman scholar of cartography and general geography. It was Ptolemy's article which inspired the geographers and researchers of the great ages of discoveries in 14th and 15th century AD to discover the terra incognita or the unknown lands. Roman geographer Strabo considered the earth to be oblong. Historia Naturalia is the famous book of Pliny. Thales was the first scholar who tried to measure the earth. Anaximander was the first to draw maps. He is regarded as the first cartographer. Thales and Anaximander are considered as the father of mathematical geography. According to the father of history, Herodotus, all history must be treated geographically and all geography must be treated historically. He was the first scholar who tried to draw meridians on the map. The period from let me explain this thing. Means all history must be treated geographically. Means when we read about history, we read about the place where it happened, the climate, and we can read about everything. Like when we read about Akbar, let's say, then we read from where he came, where he ruled, what he did, where he did actually. So where is mostly asked in history, and all geography must be treated historically. Means in geography we do means when this happened, like when this Big Bang theory happened, when was this discovered, when planet was discovered, when day and night is happening, when. So all these things we are doing historically. Again, let's come to the page. The period from 300 AD to 1200 AD is considered as the dark age in the Christian countries because during the period there were no important or revolutionary thoughts or discoveries. India's contribution in geography. In the Rig Veda, the oldest text in the world, there is a description of stars. Although the Indian astrology started around 600 BC, the age of Buddha, Rig Veda also describes the 5 seasons in India. The famous Indian geographer Aryabhatta, born in 476 AD, told that the earth is a spherical body and calculated its circumference as 24835 miles, which is very close to the present calculation of 24901 miles. Aryabhattam is his famous book. The Hindi term of geography, Bhugol, was used for the first time in his book Surya Siddhanta. Baraha Mihir was the most famous geographer of India after Aryabhatta. He gave information about the solar and lunar eclipses. He has discussed about 5 concepts of Vasisht, Paitama, Polas, Saur and Romas in his astrological treatise Pancha Siddhantika. Brahmagupta wrote Brahma Siddhanta and Khandakavya. These 2 treatises were translated into Arabic during the reign of Caliph Harun al-Rashid in Baghdad. Bhaskaracharya wrote Siddhanta Shiromani and Karana Kutuhala. calculation of astronomical wonders. According to him, the earth is spherical and attracts everything by its force of gravitation. Lilavati and Vijayanit are his famous books on mathematics. India has been described as Jambudvip in Puranas. The eastern coast of India has been called Mahendra Malai in the ancient India. The early Indian geographers held that the prime meridian passes through Ujjain. To understand cosmology, British scientist Higgs propagated the concept of God particle in 1964, which was based on the boson theory of Satyendranath Bose of India. An educational institute, Baitul Hikmah, was established under the patronage of Caliph Harun al-Rashid of Baghdad. Arab geographer al-Khwarizmi wrote a book named Sindh Hind. Caliph al-Mamun got Ptolemy's treatise translated into Arabic with the title Almagest. Kitab al-Akshal was the first climatic atlas prepared by al-Balakhi. Al-Baruni wrote his famous book Kitab al-Hind, Geography of India in 1030 AD. In the Arab world, the 11th century is termed as the period of al-Baruni. The famous book of al-Baruni, Al-Qanun al-Masudi, was written in the same style as Ptolemy's Almagest. Arabs were the first to present a seasonal account of monsoon. Marco Polo was great trade traveler of the 13th century who traveled for the first time from Mediterranean to the Pacific Ocean. In 1947, a famous Portuguese traveler sailor Vasco da Gama reached the Calicut port in India by Cape of Good Hope in the African continent. In this way, discovered a new sea route to India. Christopher Columbus, a resident of Geneva, discovered America, which was at that time given the name of New World. The New World was named America after the name of Portuguese traveler Amerigo Vespucci. The Portuguese traveler Magellan went around the whole world in 1520 AD. The traveler sailor of Holland, Tasman, discovered Tasmania and travelled New Zealand. The English sailor Captain James Cook travelled around the Antarctica between 1772 and 1775, while Roald Amundsen discovered the South Pole in 1911. He also discovered the Hawaiian Islands. The famous discoveries and invention of the Renaissance period are at that time what was discovered: printing press of printing about 1470 AD, the solar system by Copernicus in 1543 AD, telescope by Galileo in 1609 AD, works on astronomy by Kepler, spheroid shape of the earth by Newton. Verenius laid the foundation of the dichotomy of systematic geography and regional geography for the first time. The German geographer Alexander von Humboldt wrote his famous book Cosmos. He had played a great role in the development of cosmology. Humboldt was the first person who gave an idea to construct a canal across the Panama Isthmus. Humboldt coined the terms climatology and permafrost in geography. He was the first to depict the isotherms on the map. Due to such a great contribution, Humboldt is called the father of climatology, the father of modern geography, and the father of vegetation geography. As an independent subject for study, geography got recognition in 19th century AD. In early 20th century, geography evolved as the study of the mutual relation between human and environment. There are two theories of it. The German geographer Razel is considered as the father of political geography and human geography. His famous book is Anthropogeography. In this book, his thoughts are identical with the Darwinian theory of evolution. Razel is also the father of Lebensraum concept. Lebensraum is the exact geographical region where different species evolve. In his political geography, he compared the state with the organism and held the expansion of boundary is a need to fulfill natural biological need. French geographer Vidal de la Blache was the founder of possibilism. He is considered to be the real founder of the human geography. The British geographer Mackinder gave the famous concept of political geography, the heartland theory, in his famous book Democratic Ideals and Reality. He told that one who reigns in the Eastern Europe will control the heartland, one who reigns in heartland will be able to determine the circumference of the heartland and will have control over the continent, and one who reigns in the continent controls the whole world. American geographer Carl Otwin Sawyer is considered the father of cultural geography. The British geographer Herbertson has divided the world into 15 natural regions on the basis of mutual relation between physical features, climates, and vegetation. Therefore, he is considered as the first person who studied the natural geography. Thank you.